Hello, and welcome to this broadcast of NEURS TV. My name is Frank Codina, and I'm the CEO here at NEURS. And today we're going to actually do the final broadcast in regards to our account types. We're going to walk you through the full access account and also the founding member account, the account everyone's been looking forward to hearing about. And we're going to go through all the details. But before we do, I think it's important that we go through a little recap of everything we covered here in previous weeks in terms of the entrepreneur and the provider account. So, NEURS will have different account types that we're going to be doing. We're going to be offering upon launch. Okay, number one, we're going to be offering the entrepreneur account. And today I have some exciting news to tell you about the entrepreneur account. A couple of updates from previous weeks we mentioned. Just as a word of advice, all the videos related to the entrepreneur account, you can find them available at the NEURS blog. So simply go to neurs.com/blog, or you can find our blog button right on the website. And on there, you will see the February the 22nd broadcast. You can actually click on the broadcast and actually watch all the details regarding the entrepreneur account. We're also going to offer the provider account. In the provider account, we've already gone into great details as to what it does and how it works. And once again, it's on the NEURS blog. Again, neurs.com/blog. And you can see it there. February the 15th is a date that we actually recorded that show where we actually explain everything regarding the provider account. Now, today, we're going to be covering the full access account, the full access and the founding member account, which is the focal point of our meeting today. So let's go through a little brief recap on the entrepreneur account. So one of our biggest conclusions was that there isn't a single place on the internet where entrepreneurs can really find all the answers they need to build their business. So really, NEURS started not so long ago, a few years ago, with the idea that there isn't a single place on the internet where entrepreneurs can find all the resources they need to build a business. And so basically, what are entrepreneurs looking for? Well, they're looking for their ideal business opportunity. They're looking for business ideas. They're looking for maybe even franchises. There's literally millions of people every single year all over the world that are looking to get into franchising, right? But there isn't a place that people can go to find their most compatible business idea, their most compatible franchise, their most compatible business opportunity. So we figured out there isn't a single place on the internet where the world of business is indexed, right? Number two, we didn't find a single place that not only gave you all these business ideas, but also provided you the entrepreneurial education where you can learn about how to start any business that you want to start, right? In a simple and organized way. Then we also didn't see a single place where you can connect with thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of providers that that basically can either offer you a service, could be how to incorporate your business, marketing your company, maybe branding, etc., and the millions of other things, obviously, that you could need help with, right? And providers of opportunities. There isn't a place for providers of opportunities and providers of services that are meeting with entrepreneurs, right? And finally, the access to the capital. They need to really get their dream going, to get their idea off the ground. So where is this one single place where, again, you find all the capital resources, find providers for every service, every need, even business opportunities providers that are talking to you and engaging you in helpful conversation for you to decide? Where's the place that gives you all the entrepreneurial education you could ever need? And obviously, where's the place where all these ideas are in one place, one database, easily searchable, and more than searchable, easily accessible to you via a compatibility format? So we couldn't find this amazing platform, and we set out to really build it. That's really what we build the entrepreneur account to do. So with NEURS, this is a little bit of a recap, okay? Entrepreneurs will be able to learn about their most compatible business idea, post requests to our business community, our providers on the community side, tell them what they're searching for. Search for specific provider profiles and request proposals from those basically providers that are out there, and then access the online educational courses provided by either the community of providers on NEURS or our own faculty at NEURS University. So we've created this amazing tool called the Entrepreneur Account that, to our belief, has really the most complete package on the internet today to help people really start and grow their businesses. So again, it's education, it's connections, it's business ideas, it's really everything an entrepreneur could ever want. Now, it's been designed for what we call the aspiring entrepreneur market. We're not really targeting the startup guy. What we call the startup guy is the guy that really wants to start a tech company, wants to start a web-based, an app type company. That type of person doesn't mean that they cannot come here. I think they'll find NEURS University very valuable. I think that they'll find the Connections platform very valuable. But if you already have your own idea, okay, you may not find the idea suggestion engine valuable because you're trying to pursue your dream and your specific idea. What NEURS does is that it helps that aspiring entrepreneur, the millions of people out there that do not have an idea, find that ideal business, that most compatible business opportunity that they truly are searching for. So now on the other side of the coin, we figured out that there are providers. These are providers. These are people that provide either opportunities or services to aspiring entrepreneurs. We know there are millions of them out there, right? And these providers are struggling every single day to find their ideal target market. Really, they use a whole bunch of inefficient tools. What inefficient tools are we talking about? For example, they get on Facebook and they've got their Facebook page and they're trying to connect with people. And it's just an incredible amount of time they spend targeting a vast array of people that a lot of them are not interested in their offer. They try Career Builder, some of them, okay? Some of them try franchise expos and fairs and all that kind of stuff. Obviously LinkedIn and even classified ads. They're basically everywhere on the spectrum trying to find their ideal prospects, but there isn't a single place where the aspiring entrepreneur community meets. So these tools can never be as efficient because in every one of these tools you have a little bit of everything. But in NEURS, the neat thing about it is that we're matching two sets of people. We're matching the aspiring entrepreneur market and we're matching it with the provider market, okay? So basically that's a little recap on provider. Now let's talk about what the features are in terms of the provider account on NEURS. So with NEURS, providers will be able to create their own searchable provider profiles. In fact, they can create multiples of those. They can create one profile for, for example, their business or their franchise that they offer, and then they create a profile for perhaps, if they're a coach or if they're a mentor of some sort, they can actually, a consultant, they can actually create an additional provider profile. They can post offers to our community of entrepreneurs, obviously. Posting their offers will get them closer to reaching their ideal community. Creating host online educational courses that obviously their ideal market is going to find very interesting, and through education marketing, through education selling, they'll be able to attract the right quality of business customers to their or opportunity or service. And obviously the most attractive feature I think providers are telling us is search for specific entrepreneur profiles. So they'll be able to target specifically the entrepreneurs that they're looking for, right down to location, right down to personality, right down to what the person is interested in and what they're not interested in. So you'll be able to really get to the bottom of it and say, this is the person I'm targeting. Now, contrast that versus what we talked about, the inefficient tools that you really don't know. It's sort of like a random mechanism. You got to talk to people to later on figure it out. What if you could avoid all that? What if you're a provider and you can get right down to the people that you're searching for, and that, by the way, because of their personality profile, because of their NEURS profile, they're already looking for you. That's what the provider account is going to be able to do. It's going to be able to really just, in a very efficient way, in an intelligent way. We even have really, really neat tools to match these two groups of people, provide those connections. That's what NEURS is all about. It's about connecting the entrepreneur and the provider account. So NEURS is really the one-stop solution. We aim to become the most important meeting point on the internet for both these two groups, for the aspiring entrepreneur market and the providers of business opportunities and services. So last week we talked about pricing. So let's cover pricing really quick, okay? So last week we talked about both the entrepreneur and the provider both will have an account. The basic account, the most basic of accounts, will be $99 a month. And that will come with 1,000 credits, okay? And every month, if you're on a monthly plan, it's basically a month-to-month plan, you get 1,000 credits. Credits do not expire. Credits roll over, always roll over, right? And we talked about that we also will be offering a $997 credit package. Now, I want to make sure we understand this. So with the credit package, you're pre-buying 15,000 credits to be able to access our community. Okay, whether you're an entrepreneur or a provider, if you feel that you need to use our community, you feel you need to do a lot of posts, a lot of searches, a lot of connections. If you really feel you need a lot of content, either view a lot of content or post up a lot of your content, if you're a provider, okay, then this package is going to be really interesting because it's a significantly lower price. We're talking about 16% less cost than if you just buy the $99 every single month with 25% more credit. But it's an upfront credit package. That's really the way we're understanding it. The reason why I want to say that is because some people said, is that annual? That means that I could only renew every 12 months? Well, no. As soon as your credits run out, you can actually renew again and then renew again. So it's really a credit package that you're getting from NEURS at a significant discount, okay? But as we covered this stuff, people said, we got all kinds of great questions like, what happened to my credits if I don't use them? When do I have to pay again? When do I have to renew again? Well, on the monthly plan, you basically, you're on a monthly recurring charge, okay? If you buy a credit package, you are not on an annual plan, you're not on a quarterly plan, you're basically on a package plan where when your credit's expired, then you go ahead and purchase some more credits. That's really how it works, okay? You will automatically, by the way, be renewed for another $997 unless you want less credits, or if you even want to switch to a monthly plan. So you could always do that on NEURS, okay? But a lot of people asked us, and this is one of the biggest questions we got last week when we released the entrepreneur pricing. We got a lot of questions on, hey, what if I'm an entrepreneur and man, $99 just seems like a lot of money, Or, how do I overcome that objection if it's a lot of money, And really, I want to address that real quickly, and this is basically my answer that I would give anybody. I would say, number one, look, $99 is really not a lot of money for somebody that really wants to be in business for themselves. If you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, and you've been frustrated out there, and you really have struggled to find your most compatible business, and you really don't know what to do, I think $99 is a great price to pay just alone to figure out what businesses you should do, what businesses you should avoid, and figure out a little bit about yourself so you can know which direction you should go. Also, to connect to providers, to get the information through NEURS University and the community of providers, the teaching, the mechanisms, the webinars and online courses we have available, that's going to be worth it. But let me tell you something which is really exciting. See, a lot of our entrepreneurs, a lot of our aspiring entrepreneurs are also going to be affiliates with us. So they're going to join our affiliate team. And basically, the minute they do, and the minute they start referring other people to the site, whether they be providers or they be aspiring entrepreneurs, the following month, they're really probably not going to pay anything. We have devised this system where we actually deduct your monthly membership fee from any earned compensation that is due to you through the affiliate program. So I don't want you to think of it as like, oh my God, I got to pay $99 every single month. A lot of people view it that way. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you need a way of accumulating the money you need to start your business. And we're going to discourage you, by the way, from lending and from investments. Even though there'll be lenders and investors on our site that are going to be competing to get your business, we're going to basically tell you, just like NEURS did it, NEURS never took on investors, NEURS never borrowed a dollar, and we're going to teach you how to do the same thing. And by the way, one of the ways you could do that, you could avoid investors, you can avoid lending, is by joining our affiliate program and other affiliate programs that we'll make available to our community, by the way. So NEURS really has a long-term vision that is bigger than we talked about so far, and that's on purpose. But we want you to know, I want to address that real quickly. One of the answers that I will give people is $99 is not a lot of money to get the solution to one of the biggest problems you have, which is you want to be in business for yourself, and you don't know how to, you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to go about doing it. And we're going to provide you the answer. That's not a lot of money to pay. There's a lot of people paying $99 or more to access courses and things like that, just a one-time weekend course, for example. NEURS it's a month-long platform that has a lot of tools. So once again, I don't believe it is. But for those people that believe it's a lot of money, what I will tell them is, look, pay that one-time fee and now turn around, and if you like the service, go ahead and tell other people about it. And by doing so, not only will you actually get your subscription paid off, not have to pay the following month, but on top of that, you can actually accumulate money or get money that you need to start activating your business, start activating your dream. But that being said, let me show you something that we did. What we decided to do is we decided to offer, during the first 90 days, a 30-day trial offer, okay, only for the entrepreneur account, that basically, instead of coming with 1,000 credits, we'll get 150 credits for just $9. That is pretty awesome. And we actually went out of our way. We looked into how to do this. By the way, we had already planned out to do this. This was in the works. We already had a system to do this. We talked about it last week. In fact, if you remember the last slide last week, we talked about we had a trial offer that we were going to run. We also had discounted accounts that we were going to offer with less credits. And we're even going to have an unlimited account down the road. So, after our community kind of spoke to us and said, hey, could it be something cheaper for entrepreneurs to try the system and all that? We looked into it, and we're going to offer a $9 account. By the way, it's not going to be commissionable to the affiliate community. Understand that $9 trial account is not commissionable. It comes with 150 credits. Somebody can do that for 30 days or until the credits run out, and then they can upgrade to the full package. We believe that our pricing is correct. We believe that our pricing is right, and we believe that with our opportunity linked to the affiliate opportunity, a lot of entrepreneurs are not going to have a problem with their cost, and eventually they're going to go on to not only accumulate the money they need, they're going to go on to make a lot of money from our system. So once again, that's how we answer that question. And here at NEURS, we're really committed to making sure that we get the right tools to the right entrepreneurs. And we believe at $9, we can at least get them to try, get them to taste the system, and then bring them on board as a full paying customer. All right, so now let's talk about the credit system. We've talked a lot about credits, And again, we covered credits already twice. We covered in the entrepreneur account, and we covered credits on the provider account. So now let's cover credits again. So each time a member takes action that's going to reduce their credit balance, all right? So let's assume that, for example, an entrepreneur starts and they get 1,000 points. And all of a sudden, they want to get, for example, another business concept. They want to get more business ideas released to them, right? So every single time they click on an action that's going to reduce their credit balance, you're going to see a light box like this, just like you see it on screen. And it's going to say, well, this is your current credit balance. Okay, these are the credits that it takes for you to take this action. And the new balance will be this. Do you want to proceed or do you want to cancel? Obviously, if you want to proceed, okay, then that means that your credits are, obviously withdrawn from there, right? And you can continue. Members can always know how many credits they have and what they spent their credits on by simply going to their settings, right? And there's a little drop down that shows you exactly where you're at with that. So let's talk about the credits. So basically, the entrepreneur account credits are to post a request to our community is 50 credits. So now I want you to visualize this in terms of what we just released right now, the new information we just made available to you, which is the $9 30-day trial account. Well, as you can see, you can post a request to our community for 50 credits. Okay, additional business suggestions. Again, the first 3 are included. You get 30 credits for each of those, right? Attend an online educational course, 25 credits, and request a proposal from our providers, 10 credits. So in light of 1,000 credits, you can see now that entrepreneurs will be able to do a whole bunch with our site, right? 150 credits will be limited. They'll be able to do one of each, or maybe 2 of each, or maybe whatever they're most interested in, right? But they'll be limited, and eventually they'll go, wow, this is really neat. I want to jump to the full paying account because you'll see the potential of it. The providers, on the other hand, they have for example, create an online course is really what costs the most money, right? Because that's really going to be the honey that attracts a lot of the aspiring entrepreneurs to your message. It's going to be the value and the quality of your educational material. 250 credits to do that. Additional provider profiles. Again, the first one is included, 80 credits. Post an offer, 50 credits. Send a proposal to another member, 10 credits. And search entrepreneur profiles, 1 credit. Making the connection is included. Always connecting entrepreneur and providers is included. There's no fee to actually make the connection. But what if you want to buy additional credits? What if you're in the need to buy additional credits? Well, if you have insufficient credit balance due to perform, you're going to perform an action and you can't do it, then the user is informed that you need to buy additional credits. You're redirected to a page where you can buy more credits. Regardless, you can always buy more credits even before you know that you're about to run out. You can always do that by going to your account/upgrades on settings, account upgrades, and then you can always buy more credits. Credits are given as a discount as you buy. The more bulk that you buy, for example, at 1,000 credits will give you the $99 a month discount if you want to buy more credits. 3,000 credits will give you a discount, 7,000 credits, and then at the 15,000 credit, that's where you get that $997 pricing. So hopefully by now this made a lot of sense to you. We've worked a lot on this system, spend a lot of time designing it. And by the way, we had a lot of experts take a look at it. And not just US experts. We have experts from all over the world look at our pricing, look at our model, and basically everyone's coming back to us saying, you guys have a great product, it's underpriced, and people are going to love it. And I really can't wait to put it in your hands, for you to taste it, for you to see it, for you to start running with it. I cannot wait for there to be 25,000, 50,000, 100, and hopefully 1 million people on the site, because it's going to be exciting. The connections that are going to happen, the interaction, the file sharing, the business ideas, the indexing of the database, the educational material that we'll put out there. It's going to be top notch. It's going to be incredible. And I can't wait for you to be on the other side of this. So now, today, we're going to introduce the full access account. I am excited to introduce this to you because we worked long and hard to develop this feature. It's basically a combination, as you will see, of the entrepreneur and the provider together with an aggressive package to get people excited about really utilizing all of our products and all of our features, okay? And I am excited today to share with you not only the full access, but I'm going to share with you the full access big brother, which is the founding member account. And I'll share with that in a second. So let's talk about full access account. So once again, you got the entrepreneur account and you got the provider account. And most of you already know, for example, if you buy an entrepreneur package, it's $997 for 15,000 credits, which is a great discount over the month-by-month plan. If you buy a provider package, that's also $997. And by the way, you start to see a lot of things that are like the same. Why do we make pricing the same a lot of times? We made it the same to keep things simple. Mainly for our affiliate community and for our customers to really understand our product. We're a company about transparency, about fairness, about keeping things simple, and that's one of the things we wanted to do. But now looking at these two accounts, imagine that you are a provider and you say, wow, I love to be a provider, but you know what? I would love to learn I'm a provider, but I'd love to learn some things in the NEURS University platform. Can I do that? Well, no. if you're a provider, you can't be a member of the NEURS University. That's an entrepreneur feature. What if you're a provider, but you're also looking for other opportunities? You can't get your ideal match? Well, no, you can't, because you're a provider. You got to choose sides here on NEURS. You got to either be an entrepreneur or you got to be a provider. Same thing for entrepreneur. What if you're an entrepreneur and you got involved in a network marketing company that you found through NEURS, and now all of a sudden you feel that, wow, I'm no longer an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I still want to learn. I still want to take advantage of all the connections. But I want to be a provider because I want to talk to other aspiring entrepreneurs. So what happens to that person? Well, we created a really neat package that unites these two packages together, and it offers us at an amazing discount. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're looking for a power package, we got the package for you. If you are a provider and you're looking for a power package, we got the package for you. But by the way, if you want to be on both sides of the transaction, if you want to be on both sides of the NEURS world, then you got to have the full access account. Let's go through it. So the full access account is basically an annual payment. It's really a credit package. We're not going to call them annual payments. You're buying credits, and when those credit expires, then you renew. Okay, so it could be before 12 months or it could be after 12 months. So it's $1,397, $1,397, and it includes 40,000 credits. Now, once again, I want you to compare it to the current credit cost. So the $997 package comes with 15,000 credits. Each, right? So if you were to add it together, it'll be about 30,000 credits, and it will cost you about $2,000. By combining the two, by getting the full access account, you got yourself 40,000 credits. That's 10,000 credits more. That's 33% more credits. And guess what? A 30% discount over these two packages. And that's what's really neat about the full access account. That's what we're so excited about it. When you actually think about it, if the monthly account, to be an entrepreneur, if monthly is $99 times 12 is, let's round it off, is $1,200, right? For just $100 and something more, you can get yourself the full access account, have 40,000 credits, not have 1,000 credits per month. Think about the difference this is in terms of your reach, in terms of your content, in terms of what you'll be able to get access to, the people you'll be able to connect with, the entrepreneur profiles, the provider profiles you'll be able to search. And by the way, the greatest thing about it is that you'll be on both sides. You'll be a listed entrepreneur looking for opportunities, participating with providers. You'll be a provider as well, participating with entrepreneurs, because we believe and we know that there are people that need to be on both sides of the transaction, and that's what this package has been carefully thought about to represent. So now you know about our full access account. Let's sort of do a brief recap and compare accounts. So here you have on the left hand side, you have the entrepreneur account. Well, you know the pricing and you know the credits that you get. Then underneath that, you see that you're going to get matched with your ideal business. You're going to be able to attend NEURS University classes. You'll be able to attend online courses hosted by our expert providers. And then you'll be able to post offers and requests to our connections. Well, actually, in the entrepreneur side, you'll be able to post your request. You cannot post an offer if you're an entrepreneur. Now, if you're a provider, you're also, you see that one bar in the middle, right, where they all match, right? Is because if you're a provider, you'll be able to post offers, not requests, to our community. That's the difference between one and the other, right? But also, if you're a provider, you'll be able to create searchable provider profiles, multiples. You'll be able to create and host online courses, so you can actually upload all your content for it to be viewable. And then you can search our community of entrepreneurs to find the right candidates for your opportunity or service. That's pretty much the golden tool, or the golden little feature that everybody loves about the provider account. So you can see there's a clear division between what an entrepreneur is and what a provider is. And then on the other side, on the right-hand side, now you're seeing the full access account. $1,397 for $40,000 credits. That's phenomenal. Okay, and you have all the check marks, which means that you have access to absolutely everything. You are a full user of the NEURS service. Okay, and so I just wanted to share that with you, make sure that we understood that. And this, by the way, this presentation, all of our other presentations will be available in a downloadable PDF for you to study, for you to have, and for you to share. So who needs a full access account? Let's talk about that. So people say, who needs a full access account? Well, you have, for example, you have somebody who's a power user provider. We talked about this power user provider. Who's that power user? Somebody that wants to maybe upload all their content. They really want to create a great tool. They want to create a great net to catch as many people as possible to their business opportunity. So if they, for example, if they are a trainer of some sort, if they are a motivational speaker or whatever you may be, right? You want to put up all your content or little nitbits of that content. Maybe you want to put a little 5-minute clip out of your 30-minute session or whatever you do. You know where your content is and you know how much you want to share, but you don't want to share all of it. Okay, you want to share some of it in order to get people to say, well, that's interesting. For example, I talked to an accountant recently who said, hey, I would like to do a course on, just people ask me about QuickBooks all the time. And so I would like to talk about QuickBooks and then tell them why they need my services. at the end. And I was like, well, that's a great idea. Just make sure you give enough information to get people excited about what you have to offer, but don't give too much. The idea is to bring them to you so then you can coach them and mentor them and get them to the next level, right? Because you're looking to make those connections that are business connections for your interest and for their best interest, right? So again, a power provider that wants to upload all their content, maybe somebody who wants to do a high number of entrepreneur searches. So for example, I talked to somebody recently that said, look, I'm looking to launch my company. My company is expanding. It's going to another country. I'm involved in this network marketing company, and they're expanding to this other part of the world. And if you have a significant presence in that country, and I can look through those provider profiles, I can find the people that I need to expand my reach. And I said, well, yeah, you can do that. You can use NEURS to do that. You can change the profiles, you can connect with them, you can ask for referrals and all that kind of stuff. And that's what's neat again about that platform, is the fact that you can use your credits to maybe, if you were looking maybe to make 100 or 200 connections a month, well, maybe the $100 a month is good enough for you and you can get what you want out of it. But if you're looking to connect with 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 20,000 people, you're going to want to have access to the full access account. So who else can use the full access account? Well, an aspiring entrepreneur that wants to have access to all the educational materials. They want to see all the videos. They want to see all the tools that are available. Lots of providers. You want to be able to reach out to lots of providers to find the best one for you. Maybe somebody who realizes that their role's going to change from, they're going to start as an entrepreneur, but they're going to switch to provider very quickly. They're going to transition to both. So you want to have access to full access so you can do both, okay? And any affiliate marketer, somebody like yourself who's watching this show, who really you intend to demo our site with both the entrepreneur and the provider account and the full access account, and you would like to basically show both parts of the transaction in a real life setting. You want to show how the site works in and out. You want to get in there and not just show videos, because we're going to have lots of video demos, okay? And you're going to have access to them. But the video demos are cool, but they don't really, I think it's even better if you can get in there and actually show them, so look, here's how this works and here's how that works, and go through all those details. So now you know how the full access account works. That's exciting. We just share with you the final piece of the puzzle before the big one. And here's the big one. The big one is the founding member account. Today, we'd like to introduce this very special account we created for our community, and really we've gone long and hard thinking about this, how we best position this account. So here we go, let's get into it. So the founding member account, it basically is modeled after the full access account. So let me say this real quickly, okay? So the founding member account is really nothing more than a full access account. So if you already know what the full access account does, and you know basically what it costs, guess what? You already know what the founding member account is. But there's one big difference, really two big differences, and let's get to it, okay? So the big difference is this. The founding member account is, again, it's $1,397 package, okay? It's a one-time payment. That's the big difference here, okay? The big difference is a one-time payment for a lifetime account with NEURS.com. And it comes with, listen to this, guys, 30,000 credits every 12 months. You do not have to pay again every 12 months. You're done. You pay once, and for the rest of your history with NEURS, you will have 30,000 credits in your account. For the most part, even if you're an average to above average user, if you're a high user of our site, trust me, you're never going to need additional credits. That's going to be enough to get the full value out of the site. Now, if you do need additional credits, just like everybody else, you got to buy them, okay? But this account comes with 30,000 credits, and it works, by the way, the founding member account works exactly with the same features and the same benefits that the full access account has. Is the exact same account. You can be on the entrepreneur side, you could be on the provider side, and again, you have 30,000 credits every 12 months. Hopefully you'll be excited about this, because a lot of you who were thinking, wow, I'm thinking I'm going to do the $99 deal, right? And now all of a sudden you saw the full access and you're like, wow, it's better, because if I just pay $1,397, I'm gonna be on both sides, and I'm gonna get all this additional credits. It's a no-brainer. And now you're seeing that if you actually get one of these founding member accounts, not only do you get that, but you get the credits every single year. Think about that. That is a phenomenal release that we just made. Hopefully everybody will be excited about that. They'll see the future of that. They'll see the benefits this has. And it does pay to be a founding member. By the way, we'll talk about a lot of the features and benefits of being a founding member. Let's talk about it. So number one reason you want to be a founding member is, just like we talked about, 30,000 credits for life. So you pay once and you're done. That's phenomenal. You can't get better than that, okay? So again, 30,000 credits every 12 months will be added onto your account. You never have to make a payment again. Number two, you're going to be recognized as a founding member on our site, And it's going to separate you totally, because I believe it's going to be a little tag on your photo, on your profile, on your name that's going to say founding member. And people will know that they're dealing with somebody that was here right from the beginning. Somebody that has trust, somebody that's built a long credibility with the site. You know, obviously all of our founders, we know who all the founding members are. All of our people here will know who you are. We're going to have a special support mechanism to support you founding members through this entire process, because you're the true believers. You believed in us and you said this is going to be something big, and you share your enthusiasm, but then you took your enthusiasm and you made it tangible by saying, count me in, I'm a founding member, I'm in. I'm ready to go with this, I'm ready to build. So because you're a founding member, you're going to get that special recognition on our website. And by the way, let me show you this. One of the things that we did is we gave everybody one of these lanyards at our launch event, and we gave some of them, okay? That one that was yellow here, and it said inner circle. So we brought some people into the inner circle, but the green one only went to those that became founding members. These are the people that actually went ahead and actually already paid for this account. By the way, we haven't given this, the founding member account, we haven't given it to anybody. All of our employees here at NEURS.com, all of our collaborators have actually worked on the site. They met with me. They know the quality of the program we're putting together. They know what we got. And every single one of them, either I asked them to do it because they in order to be in the account, they had to pay for it. If not, they couldn't be in NEURS.com. In the actual site, my.neurs.com, which most of you haven't seen yet, okay? The actual platform. Or they've asked to do it. Some of our consultants, some of our leaders, people that basically are outside of the company even, they've said, I want one of those accounts. They've signed up for it. They've tested the account. They've seen it. And they said, I want one of those accounts before they run out of 1 hour. So we already sold a few of these accounts already to people that really, when they understood the program, fell in love with it and understood its value. But one of the things we're going to do is we're going to give you one of these green things that says founding member. We'll do that at the launch event of each country. Now, you may have to travel to go to a launch event because each country will have one launch event. It will be at one location. So you may have to travel to get there. When you get there, it's basically going to be a big party, a big show. And we're going to start with the U.S. Most likely the second country, almost guaranteed, is going to be Spain, followed by potentially Canada. There's going to be Colombia probably be involved in that. There's a lot of other countries that really are up there, okay, in the rankings. But we'll get out to you, and we'll do one in every country, a big splash, big meeting. We'll have thousands of people potentially at it. And those of you who attend, who are founding members, who already pre-bought your account, you will get your founding member credentials and a lot of other little goodies, okay, little gifts and things that we have alongside the book, the famous book that everybody wants to get a copy of, the physical copy. We'll give you that physical copy at the launch events. That's what we're planning on giving those books out and making a big deal out of that. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we travel around and open up countries for NEURS. So that's the second thing, recognition. And the third and final thing, I think this is going to motivate you. You're going to be first in line to participate in any potential initial equity offerings that we make to the public in the very near future. We're talking about crowdfunding or IPO. Now, I want you to understand this is really serious, okay? We wanted to get out and get something more specific into your hands about that. Our legal team's still working through how do we actually make that offer tangible. So right now, what I'm saying to you is the following, okay? What I'm saying to you is, if you're a founding member, we're going to know who you are. We'll have a big list of all of our founding members worldwide. And when the time comes, when we're thinking about doing a crowdfunding round, which we're going to probably do somewhere between May, June, July, somewhere in there, we're going to do a crowdfunding round. When we get to that point, all of our founding members will be in front of the line. Now, what you're going to get, what kind of discount, what kind of benefit you're going to get from being in front of the line, that's the part we're going through right now legally. But I'm telling you, we're going to think of you and we're going to put you in front of the line. So before anybody gets to invest, I'm telling you right now, I've looked at, we're going to potentially do a $2.5 million crowdfunding round. And when we get to that point, okay, when we have the financials that we're going to show these people and the projections that we're going to have, I already have people telling me it's going to sell out in hours, if not days. Okay, I mean, it's going to days, if not hours. So it's going to sell out pretty fast. To the outside world, it's going to sell out. And you who are founding members, I'm going to put you in front of that line. You have a chance to get it before. I'm not signing any deals with no crowdfunding website that doesn't allow me to put my founding members in front of that line. So you have my assurance right now here that you will not be overstepped into that, okay? And same thing, if we ever do an IPO, which I don't know if we'll do, but if we do down the road do an IPO, I guarantee our founding member community that you'll be put in front of the line to get, basically to make sure that you get the best pricing that everyone else is going to get. And again, we're going to work through all the details, but you're going to be in front of that line. So no one's going to skip you over, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be right there. It's going to be our executive team, our management team, and then right after that, it's going to be our founding member team. So I just want you to know that that's the specialness of this offer. It's a one-time thing. I believe all the founding member accounts are going to fly in the next 30 to 45 days. And it's up to you for you to decide if you want to be a founding member or if you just, look, if you can't afford a founding member account right now, look, I'm not telling you do this because you're going to do this. Don't do that. Don't do that because you're going to be able to get in on the stock and all that kind of stuff. We don't know if the stock's going to do well, not do well. We don't know, what our company's going to do. Obviously, we have projections and hopes and belief in ourselves, but we're not telling you to do that for that reason. We're telling you to do that because you want to be a founding member of an exciting new community that's heading somewhere and that's going to do something big. So if you believe in that and you bought into our process, you bought into our idea, then we're asking you to come in this road and this journey with us, okay? And it's going to be a lot of fun. So the founding members per country, let's make that big announcement right now. Another big announcement we'll make today is that, again, a founding member is a lifetime account, and we have assigned 1,000 founding member accounts to the following countries. So what we did is we went by GDP, by gross domestic product, and we decided that the top countries on earth need to have more founding members, obviously, than other countries. We wanted to kind of limit that in that way so there's no abuse of the system. So here's basically what we decided. The following countries: United States, obviously, with the world's biggest GDP at the moment. We'll obviously have 1,000 founding member accounts. China, which right now our community in China is actually really small. It needs to grow. I think it needs to be bigger. Japan, huge economy. Germany, France, United Kingdom, Brazil, Russia, Italy, India, Canada, Australia, Spain, Mexico, and South Korea will all get 1,000 founding member accounts. So again, we're going to limit these accounts because our accounting team, our financial folks have come to us and said, you guys are nuts. You guys are going to give away thousands of accounts to people that are going to get lifetime credits. That means that we don't have any revenue from these folks down the road. Like, we don't got revenue next month. We don't have revenue next year. We don't have revenue unless they buy extra credits. You're giving it away. And they thought we were crazy. And I have fought for this every step of the way. I have been in those meetings and I said, we want to make sure that those people that really believed in us, they get something of great value, something that they're going to love for the next 5 or 3 or whatever years we do business and grow. They're going to grow right on top of us. So literally, you guys who are our founding members, you're going to grow your business right alongside of our business. We're going to be in this together. And so I wanted to make sure that you got a very special account. Once again, these countries get 1,000 founding member accounts. Then we decided that the next set of countries, 500 accounts, will be these countries. So again, I'm not going to read the list, but you can see most of them are here. Some of the countries that we have the biggest reaches right now in, the reach has grown entirely, like Peru, it's in there. Venezuela is in there. I know Colombia is in there. Denmark is in there. Turkey, Netherlands is in there. I mean, all the big, Argentina, Norway, Sweden, the big countries. Greece, for example, is also there. Portugal is there. Brazil is there. Well, Brazil was on the list before. I apologize. But 500 founding member accounts for each one of these countries. Okay, so obviously there's going to be a little bit of a dogfight who gets these 500, and we're going to announce that next week how that's going to be done. And by the way, we also have a very fair, very transparent system to do that. Next up, the countries that are going to get 250 founding member accounts, and here they are. These are smaller countries, so as a result, economically wise, they get a smaller number of founding member accounts. And then finally, the countries, every other country on earth will get at least 100 founding member accounts. And so to understand more about the founding member accounts and to understand how we're going to do this process, you need to turn in to our NEURS TV programming. Again, we're going to go through compensation and incentives next week. So next week is the big reveal on the comp plan. Then we got the affiliate account options. We're going to go through that as we release our platform for the first time to our affiliate community. Those are going to be the first ones to actually join up and go in on March the 15th. That's the date we're targeting right now. The upgrade process, we're going to explain the upgrade process for April 1st and April 15th. We'll have a dual upgrade process. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about building your reach in phase 2. Phase 2 is when the platform is already up and running, when the website looks totally different than it looks right now. You're going to see a totally different site in the next month and a half, month and 20 days basically. You're going to see a totally different website and how we build the reach after that with all amazing tools and videos and things that we already created and have created for your benefit. Affiliate tools, lots of things coming on the pipeline there, and international expansion and how we go around the world over the next 8 months and really just expand internationally. So we're pumped and excited about what's getting ready to happen. So tune in next Saturday for an amazing show on compensation. So don't forget to watch. In between now and then, don't forget to watch the Reach Today show. On Wednesday, presented by our Chief Marketing Officer, Rafael Leon. And then on Thursday, the Spanish broadcast, Operations Director Arturo de la Mora, really helps me out, relieves me of my duties to be in front of the camera, and he gets on camera and interviews people and goes through all the details. So once again, this is the upcoming programming. Don't forget to watch that. And hopefully by now you got a complete picture. You now understand what our entrepreneur account is. You know what our provider account is. You know what our full access, and now you know the coveted founding member account. You know exactly what it is, how it works. By the way, if we haven't mentioned euros, it's because we've decided, we made a kind of like a quick decision that we're going to launch the site only in dollars for the first 90 days. We were going to do dollars and euros, and a lot of our leaders on the European side, we've had a lot of conference calls with them, and they've kind of told us, hey, listen, at the very beginning, the pricing in euros, the pricing in dollars is going to be a little shocking for people, to understand that. Let's get them in through dollars. They totally understood the concept, so they bought into the dollar plan, and then let's activate the euro. I mean, we could do both right now. We could do dollars and euros. We can actually do a lot of currencies, but I think that makes sense. We're going to see how many people in our European markets actually sign up as founding members. We believe Spain's going to be sold out in hours, and then I believe every other country in Europe is going to sell out very quickly, if not hours, days. So obviously you need to get in front of the line. I'll teach you next week how to get in front of that line so you can take advantage of that. But we're gonna release everything that you see. All the pricing are going to be in dollars. And by the way, that's another great advantage. If you're in Europe right now and you're watching this and you're like, I want to get into that founding member account. Well, guess what? You just got a discount, because if it's $1,400 and you're paying in euros or pounds, you're paying a lot less for that account than you otherwise would if we activate your currency, because we're going to try to make a lot of the currency and packages very similar. So you just got a huge discount. You got a 30% discount, whatever, 40% discount on the price right away. So that's a great news for you, and you can get started with us. And again, the commission payout to affiliates and all that kind of stuff will be done in dollars as well. So keep that in mind, and then of course you'll be converted onto your currency when it hits your local bank or local prepaid MasterCard, which again we're going to talk about next week. So next week we got the big compensation reveal. We're going to go through all the affiliate tools, and we're also going to talk about the paying methods and our paying providers and how we're going to transfer money either through bank transfer or an international prepaid MasterCard, a deposit card that we'll have available for our community. So thank you again for watching this NEURS TV programming. This has been Franco Dina, CEO of NEURS.com, and we'll see you next week.